Hello, our SeptaSOAREous.
I'm Septa.
I'm Soar, and this is us.
SeptaSOAREous.
Rex. And today we're going to be checking out Boy In Luv by BTS. That was in our last Rise of Bonton video. Mm-hmm. And we know that there's like some controversies around this one. And we'll, of course, touch on those as we go. If you guys are interested, our music video for Supernova dropped. And I'll put a link in the description if you want to check that out.
Okay, so we're going to glance at these lyrics first, mainly because we know that some of the things that they said were controversial and people had issues with it. And we just want to know more of that side of it before we get into it.
This is what a female calls an older man. It can be her biological brother or an older, as long as he's not in her parents' generation, say older by 10, 15 years max, who she feels or is close to. For the second reason, it is not uncommon that a boyfriend is called Oppa by his girlfriend when he is older. I'm so hungry for your love. I want to be your lover. I'll have you for sure. Wait and see.
Why do you shake my heart? Why do you shake my heart? Dad, how on earth did you confess your heart to mom? Should I try writing a letter? What is this? I'm just a dust in front of you. I become mean, grumpy, and whiny for no reason. I'm serious, but I end up picking a fight with you like a loser. Why do I bother to care about you? You make me a grown-up child. I'll flip it around from friends to lovers. A tie, relation, connection between people. Pronounced yonin. Means a lover. If I can get into the same college with you, I think it'll be a good one. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, Hakuna Matata.
Okay, sure.
Why do I keep checking your profile pictures when it's the same? But don't get me wrong, I'm not an easy guy. I got anxious and angsty. What are you? Do you think you're something else? Why do you keep teasing me? You should stop now.
Hold up.
Hold me tight before I eat you up. To pounce upon or to raid.
Right.
Also used in a romantic or sexy way. Before my heart lets you go, say what you want. What is it that you really want? Hold me tight before I eat you up. Before my heart lets you go, say what you want. What is it that you want? Why do you shake up my heart? On the outside, you're a bad, bad girl. On the inside, you're even more of a bad, bad girl.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so I just have to really quickly acknowledge how young all of this sounds.
Well, because how old were they?
No, I mean, it makes perfect sense for the age that they were when this came out. And I can understand how it might be controversial. So far, for me, all I hear is young men with crushes.
Them being young, them being in love or having crushes, and them trying to still be like the cool guy.
Yeah, trying to sound cool.
You know what I mean?
But
it's just coming off as like, they're coming off as a little bit naive.
They did mention that they were trying to use like catchy terminology. Has to be like the reason why they would use the phrase bad, bad girl. Just like with the language hopping as well. I know it's easier to like latch on to simple phrases like that. You're going to regret it if you miss a guy like me. Your behavior, checking my message, but not pressing keys to reply. I get anxious as soon as the one disappears. Virtually everyone across all generations uses it. Displays a number of people who is yet to read the message in the chat room. Oh, okay.
So it's been read.
Yeah, it's like an indicator.
Yeah.
Maybe I should buy a GPS, fast, to appeal to you. I keep struggling. True heart, I got him. Endurance, I got him. Only thing I fail to have is your beauty. How should someone like this change?
Hold up.
Push and pull, playing the field. I don't really know such things. I mean, yeah, that is clear.
Very clear, I know, yeah.
But when you're sick, call me instead of 911. If you tell me to cry, I'll cry.
That's bad advice.
Yes, that is very bad advice. If you tell me to smile, I'll smile. If you tell me to roll on the ground, I'll roll. I got anxious and angsty. What are you? Do you think you're something else? Why do you keep teasing me? You should stop now. Hold me tight before I eat you up, before my heart lets you go. Say what you want. What is it that you really want? Why don't you know my heart for you? Even though you pretend you don't know me and act cold, I cannot push you away. I want to be your lover. I'm going to be your man. Wait and see. So that my heart can reach you. I'm going to run to you now. Hold me tight before I eat you up. Before my heart gets tired of loving you. Say what you want. What is it that you really want? Hold me tight. Say what you want. What is it you want?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to say, me personally, I'm not offended by any of these lyrics.
No, I'm not really bothered by him either.
I just hear young men experiencing attraction, hormones, and all of those new things all at once, and how quickly it can put you on an emotional roller coaster. There's the infatuation, the anxiety, and then you trying to talk to them, and instead you're a jerk, and then you turn on yourself, and you're like, gosh, why am I so stupid?
What's wrong with me?
Exactly. And then trying to like pump yourself up as well. You're going to be mine. She's going to be my girl. It's going to happen. Cause like you gotta build that confidence in order to go in and talk to him. I just hear inexperience, a little bit of immaturity, but it makes sense. They were all very young, and it is a mature subject to talk about. So, and I can definitely see how somebody who is more sensitive and something like this could be a trigger for them just to feel objectified in any way. Mm-hmm. I can see how they could have a problem with it. For me personally, none of this feels like an attack on me. It just feels like they are inexperienced.
I love that intro.
Me too.
Damn, what's up?
That's adorable.
되고파 너의 오빠 너의 사랑이 난 너무 고파 되고파 너의 오빠 널 갖고 말 거야 두고 봐 왜 내 맘을 흔드는 건데 왜 내 맘을 흔드는 건데 왜 내 맘을 흔드는 건데 흔드는 건데 흔드는 건데 아빠 대체 어떻게 나한테 고백한 건지 나도 써야 될 런지 뭔지 네 앞에서 나 먼저 왜 씩씩대고 씩씩대고 징징대게 돼 나는 진지한데 찌질하게 시비를 걸게 돼 뭔데 신경 쓰여 다 끝내 또 만들어 뒤집어 인형 인연이 늘어 널 간다면 참 잘 갈 것 같아 가나다라 마바사 아하 그나 마타타 똑같은 프로필 사진 왜 자꾸 확인할까 그렇다고 착각하기만 쉬운 남자 안 달랐어 난 달랐어 네가 뭔데 너만 잘났어 왜 나를 자꾸 놀려 너 이제 그만 hold up 꽉 잡아 날 덮치기 전에 내 맘이 널 놓치기 전에 Say what you want 네가 진짜로 원하는 게 뭐야 잡아 날 덮치기 전에 내 맘이 널 놓치기 전에 Say what you want 네가 진짜로 원하는 게 뭐야 왜 내 맘을 흔드는 건데 왜 내 맘을 흔드는 건데 왜 내 맘을 흔드는 건데 흔드는 건데 흔드는 건데 더 bad bad girl 혹은 더 bad bad girl 나 같은 남자 놓치면 후회하게 될걸 내 신도 확인해 놓고 누르지 않는 너의 행위 자리 없으니까 동시에서만 가진 내 리액션이 난 살까봐 어필하려고 계속 난 진심 아까름 뒤심 아까름 내가 유일한 같은 모습은 너의 아름담 이 내가 어떻게 변하면 되겠니 홀라 미딱 어자 그런 건 낫자 다시 나쁘면 119 네가 우라면 울어 웃으라면 웃어 쿨하면 쿨할랐어 난 달랐어 네가 뭔데 너만 잘났어 왜 나를 자꾸 놀려 너 이제 그만 hold up 꽉 잡아 날 덮치기 전에 내 맘이 널 놓치기 전에 Say what you want Say what you want 네가 진짜로 원하는 게 뭐야 잡아 날 덮치기 전에 내 맘이 널 놓치기 전에 Say what you want Say what you want 네가 진짜로 원하는 게 뭐야 배고파 너의 오빠 너를 향한 나의 맘을 왜 몰라 나를 모른 척해도 차가운 척해도 널 밀어내지 못하게 배고파 너의 오빠 너의 남자가 될 거야 두고 봐 나의 맘이 내게 닿도록 지금 달려갈 거야
Ooh, nice.
꽉 잡아 날 덮치기 전에 내 맘이 널
I like that.
Say what you want Say what you want 네가 진짜로 원하는 게 뭐야 덮치기 전에 내 맘이 널 놓치기 전에 Say what you want Say what you want 네가 진짜로 원하는 게 뭐야
I see.
Yeah, I do too. I'm not going to touch too much on it
Yeah.
right now. We'll pause in the areas. So I'm just going to do like a quick. I really like the song.
I really like the
Actually,
song
really liked
too.
it a whole lot.
Yeah, I thought it was very catchy.
Yeah, super catchy. I liked there's like a little bit more guitar in it, so of course I like that.
Yeah.
And they got our boy Jimin coming in with those highs. I love when they let him just like come in with the highs or like riff around
Yes.
in the songs.
Me too.
I like it a lot.
It adds a lot of flavor to the mix.
It does. It does. So yeah, really like the song. It's good. It's
Yes.
good. But we'll go through it again real quick and
Yeah. And in the video, there are a few things that I was like, yeah,
exactly.
about.
Yeah,
So-
exactly the same. Beautiful. Love it. Converse.
I love Converse.
Your cookie. She was like, bro, what are you doing? I recognize that song. Which one is that?
too.
Do I know it?
Yeah.
되고파 너의 오빠 너의 사랑이 난 너무 고파 되고파 너의 오빠 널 갖고 말 거야 두고 봐 왜 내 맘을 흔드는 건데 왜 내 맘을 흔드는 건데 왜 내 맘을 흔드는 건데 흔드는 건데 흔드는 건데 아빠 대체 어떻게 나한테 고백한 건지 나도 써야 될런지 뭔지 네 앞에서 나 먼저 씩씩대고 씩씩대고 징징대게 돼 나는 진지한데 찌질하게 시비를 걸게 돼 뭔데 신경 쓰여 다 그나애로만 들어 뒤집어 인연이 들어
It's got like a really like heavy kick to it.
Yeah.
Like the kick itself. It's got like a lot of reverb on it, but it's still like very, very tight. So it just kind of sounds huge. And I like it because it just really gives it like a
And
drive.
oomph. Yeah.
And then you have like the guitar in there, which is kind of like a more of like ear candy in this one. Instead of being like the driving force of the song or anything like that, it's just kind of like here's like a little extra.
Yeah, it's a little extra flavor. I love Converse. They look so cute. Not a sponsor, but I mean,
Hey, if
what's
you
up,
want to be.
though?
I was gonna say, yeah.
I love all of them in their school uniform attire. It's so cute. I love it. They look handsome.
They do.
They look very
do.
handsome.
Yeah. I also just wanted to talk about a little bit too. The contrasting like flows between Jungkook and RM. Like I liked it because like Jungkook's was like kind of like a little more like subdued, kind of like a choppier, and then it goes into RM, and his is like a smoother,
flow.
like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was nice. It was a really nice contrast between each other.
Yeah, they're definitely getting more comfortable with mixing their styles together in like a really cool, cohesive way. And you can hear it a lot in this one. I have to touch on the lyrics where it's like, how did dad ask mom out? Should I write a letter? That's adorable.
Yes, you should write a letter. Actually, that'd be super cute.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
write a letter.
I don't think enough people do like romantic things like that anymore.
Just slide into the DMs now.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, especially in like the US.
Yeah. That's where we have the main experience from. So I have no idea about dating in any other country, really.
Yeah, no idea. Yeah, love letters have become love text messages.
Yeah. I mean, like, that's also very nice to do. It's just, it doesn't have the, with like a note, it's like a physical thing. You have it right there.
Yeah.
And like, it also takes time to like write it out and make it look nice. There's just a little bit more to it.
Exactly.
You know?
Reading it in somebody's handwriting as well has a different touch to it.
Mm-hmm. That's why I like cards, like birthday cards and Christmas cards and stuff. I like those.
And that's why we always write like insane
A
messages
book,
on them.
an entire book, exactly.
간다면 참 잘 갈 것 같아 가나다라 마마사 아하 그럼 맡아타 똑같은 프로필 사진 왜 자꾸 확인할까 그렇다고 착각하지마 쉬운 남자 안 달랐어 난 달랐어 네가 뭔데 너만 잘났어 왜 나를 자꾸 놀려 너 이제 그만 hold up 꽉 잡아
Okay, wait, hold on.
They are hanging out at the urinal.
Dude.
It was actually happening.
I didn't notice that. That was actually hilarious. That's so funny. Yeah, that was really funny. But I just want, just real quick, like, I like how J-Hope kept like the energy, and then it goes into like the pre-chorus. Then you have like the walk up with the girl, you know?
Yep.
And like all that just works really well together. Just keeps everything kind of building to the climax, which is nice.
Yeah, it's got some really good momentum. And then the Hakuna Matata line,
Yeah.
just adorable.
I know. Yeah.
That's all I have to say about that. And then it's so catchy in that pre-chorus.
Super catchy. Yeah, it's a great build.
날 덮치기 전에 내 맘이 널 놓치기 전에
Say what you want. Say what you want.
네가 진짜로 원하는 게 뭐야 잡아 날 덮치기 전에 내 맘이 널 놓치기 전에 Say what you want Say what you want 네가 진짜로 원하는 게 뭐야 왜 내 맘을 흔드는 건데 왜 내 맘을 흔드는 건데 왜 내 맘을 흔드는 건데 겉은 더 bad bad girl 속은 더 bad bad girl 나 같은 남자 놓치면 후회하게 될걸 내 심장 확인해 놓고 누르지 않는 너의 행위 자리 없은 가동시에서만 타진 내비게이션이
And the bad girl line makes sense exactly why they did that. It was a rhythmic thing.
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it did line up really well with what they were saying there.
That's what I was gonna say. I really like hearing it in their language, obviously, because I mean it's one thing to read it, but then hearing what their words sound like and then how it all works together is just really cool. They do a really good job at placing emphasis in the right areas
Yeah.
because they have like the down now, but down down is like what the music is doing, and they just do a very good job with their lyrics and their flows to kind of just like complement it and all of it working together. And I love it because like I'm like hearing the music and it's just like kind of just like grungy and nice and like kind of just like heavy hitting, and then like they're kind of just on top of it. Just is beautiful. I like it a lot.
I like it too. And it has to be very difficult to be writing in multiple languages. But I think they do a really good job at it, especially with like any rhyming schemes that they're doing. And more power to them because dang.
계속 난 아름바름바름 진실 아까름 뒤실 아까름 내가 유일한 모든 건 너의 아름다움 내가 어떻게 변하면 돼.
Okay, so I mean that's when I first noticed some areas
Yeah,
that I
that's
wasn't
when I
really
was like,
comfortable with.
not cool with that one.
Yeah, I mean like grabbing her head and like turning it and then like shaking her, and then of course you wouldn't like that, so like, you know, they have her retaliate by pushing him back, but then he just doesn't really take no for an answer and then like gets up on her again. I'm like, okay, dude.
The immaturity is strong.
Yeah, I was like,
in
that's where that comes in visually, right? Because
Yes.
you have it in the lyrics, and now it's kind of coming in visually. Where when I was younger, maybe I wouldn't really see that as a problem, and I'd be like, that guy's so cool, like he's so confident and like trying to impress
and
the
I'm
girl.
wondering if it's like a manly thing too.
100%. You know, I can see why people don't like at least that part.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, I was like, because I don't like it either.
I'm trying to imagine what I would have done to somebody that turned my head.
I can't imagine turning someone's head.
I don't like people touching me. It's one of my like biggest no-nos.
Well, it's like it could be a trigger for a lot of people. You know, if you touch them in a certain way, or what could be perceived as aggressive or
Exactly.
forceful and stuff.
Or in any kind of like unwanted way, which for me is any way.
Most ways.
Unless I
Yeah.
have consented to said physical touch, even if it's just like a hug or pointing at like, oh, nice tattoo or something. Like,
yes, exactly. And that's the biggest word there, right? Consent.
yes.
That's
important.
just file that away.
Yes.
홀라 삐딱 어짜 그런 건 낫자 다시 나쁘면 이고 말거나 네가 울라면 울어 웃으라면 웃어 쿨하면 쿨할랐어 난 달랐어 네가 뭔데 너만 잘났어 왜 나를 자꾸 놀려 너 이제 그만 hold up 꽉 잡아놔.
Second time for me. I mean, I am all about getting slammed into a wall when I want it.
Yeah, I mean, I got you, you know, but
Exactly.
but we're married.
Yeah.
So, you know, I
We
mean,
are together. And
you can't just go around like slamming women into lockers. And real quick, even if you didn't slam her into the locker, like don't slam her locker on her like that. Like she needs to get in there. That's just not nice to do as well.
yeah. And then there's the grabbing of the arm as well.
There's a bunch of no-nos right there. Just happened. A bunch of red flags. If someone's doing that to you, just get away from them.
Yeah. Don't talk to that person
Yeah,
ever
no,
again.
that's not good.
And if
It's
you have
unhealthy.
to, report it to a teacher or an authority figure of some kind. If you are young and if you're an adult, obviously, if you have to, tell the police, report it at work to HR, whatever you got to do. Like,
Yeah. Just if somebody is putting their hands on you like that in any way that you have not consented to, tell someone and remove yourself from the situation, because you never know. It's just not okay. It's not okay.
not cool. Not
And-
cool.
and-
And I know that they were not comfortable shooting those scenes.
Yes, we are
So.
fully aware. We are not, we're not mad at the boys or anything like that. We don't, no hate here at all.
No.
We know who they are as people, and we're not.
Oh, yeah.
Freaking
And
out.
I can definitely understand now why on set they said that they kept apologizing to the girl, the actress in the video.
Absolutely.
I know now why they kept apologizing to her, because that is very uncomfortable. And
It is.
I don't know whose idea it was to do that,
Exactly.
but I just don't think it was the best idea.
Yeah, like
I understand what they were going for,
mhm.
but yeah, it's a little too much. I understand like the drama aspect of it.
Yeah,
and
they just
everything, but
kind of overdid it a little bit.
they overdid it. There were other subtle things that they could have done.
Exactly.
날 덮치기 전에 내 맘이 널 놓치기 전에 Say what you want, say what you want 네가 진짜로 원하는 게 뭐야 잡아 날 덮치기 전에 내 맘이 널 놓치기 전에 Say what you want, say what you want 네가 진짜로 원하는 게 뭐야 배고파 너의 오빠 너를 향한 나의 맘을 왜 몰라 나를 모른 척해도 차가운 척해도
part
I did
so
too.
much.
Okay, so I don't feel like I need to say too much leading up to it. Obviously, he was pulling her along into the classroom.
Very bad things would happen to anybody that tried to pull my arm.
Yeah, I'm not going to touch on that too much. Don't do that. Just
Don't do that,
don't
guys.
do that. But if they could have got her to the classroom in a nice, friendly way, and then that went down, that would be really sweet and adorable. Once she was there, and then it was just kind of just hanging out, and then
And then it was like love confessions with the flower. That's so much more appropriate and adorable. And let's just say you catch a lot more bees with honey than vinegar.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And then also Jimin comes in right there with his highs. Love it, man.
I know. It sounded so good.
Yeah, it was a great way to end the bridge, and I loved the bridge.
It was a beautiful like breakdown.
Yeah, I
loved that.
And like it seems like it'd be kind of hard to do because they kind of have like this bad boy aesthetic musically too through most of the song. And then you get to the bridge, and then that's where it really breaks down into like the sweetness. Now, like you're at the sweet part of it.
Yeah.
But the way it transitioned and everything went into it was very well done. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I thought that was very good. Also, really loving the choreography.
꽉 잡아 날 덮치기 전에 널 놓치기 전에 Say what you want, say what you want 네가 진짜로 원하는 게 뭐야 잡아 날 덮치기 전에
Like those transitions.
Yeah.
Say what you want, say what you want 네가 진짜로 원하는 게 뭐야
I really liked the leather jacket kind of transition there.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah,
I also
thought that was
liked
cool.
some of the shots with the firework in the back.
Yeah,
too.
those sparklers. I loved those shots so much more, especially because the lighting, super cool, great idea. It's very visually pleasing. That was a great idea. And in those shots, they show her hanging out with all of them and smiling and having a good time.
Yes, yeah.
That was the way to go.
Yeah, exactly. There's a million ways they could have went about the video to get her interested in like what they were doing or have to say that didn't have to do with any physical contact or slamming against lockers or shaking.
Like overall, I really love the song.
I do too. Yeah.
It sounds so good. They did a really good job.
Really, really good job. Yeah.
Musically. And it was so cohesive, and I liked the extra grit to this one. I was a huge fan of the vocals on this one. I thought that they had found very complimentary ways to add everybody's voice in.
Yes.
It sounded so good.
I agree. Yeah. And I can't help it. Like when Jimin comes in, man, this high voice.
I know.
And then he does like his little riffage in it and stuff and his runs. And I just really like it. And I like that they did it in the bridge, like out of the song, basically. Sorry, if you guys can see. If you hear
Yes.
like snorting and stuff, Marlo.
It's Marlo. She's just
She needed
bored.
some love. Yeah. I like how they held off on his his signature, if you will, for the end of the song, because that really just adds to the climax of everything
It
and
does.
it makes the end of it fun. If they had put it like throughout the entire song, then you get used to it, And of course it'd be good, but now it's like when I'm listening back to it, I'm gonna be like, ooh,
Every time.
here it comes, you know what I'm
Yes,
saying? So
exactly. It's something that you anticipate.
I thought the whole song just complemented all of it well. The like musically really good,
Yeah.
vocals really good, production's always amazing for them.
Yes, and the choreography,
And
awesome.
really
They
enjoyed
killed it.
Yeah, I always love their choreography. There's not many people that I watch where I genuinely enjoying it. Just kind of who I am as a person. I don't like dance that much,
Yeah.
depending on the type of dancing and whatever. I respect dance.
Yes.
It's just, it's one of those things. But I've always enjoyed what they've done in like every video that we've ever watched of theirs.
Yeah, no, the only hindrance that I had with it, where I can definitely see where people were coming from, was like those few spots in the music video
Yeah.
that I was not a fan of.
I can understand in some of the lyrical content, people not liking that. Didn't really bug me much. And
Yeah,
then-
lyrics didn't really bug me either.
Yeah, and then I do get, and I was bugged by what they were showing in the video. Obviously, you know, if it's young people watching it, they're impressionable, and they might think that it's okay to be doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna fault them for it, and I really just enjoyed the song. So
I think the only reason that it received controversy was outside of Korea. I could be wrong. Please let me know in the comments. I don't know that Korean culture necessarily had a problem with anything in the music video.
yeah, and that's one of the things too, right? Is culturally people are okay and not okay with different things.
Exactly. And
So-
I can't speak to that side of it at all. All I can say is that personally, I was not a fan of the unwanted physical contact.
Like considering they're young, they were young in this, and you know, cultural differences and everything. I just don't feel like it'd be right to like dog on them about it, you know.
Yeah, and then we do know that they came forward and decided to do better in the future as soon as they realized it was a problem. So they didn't realize that they were doing anything that wasn't okay.
Exactly. They've redeemed themselves. And
Oh yeah.
yeah, when you're young and you're trying to express yourself and whatever, you don't know everything. No one knows everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they didn't know that it wasn't okay, and they're like, "Oh, dang, my bad," you know. And then moving forward, they've done better about it. And I know they kind of like redeemed it, sort of in a way with Halsey, right? They did
Yes, and we'll have to check that out too, where they do Boy with Love.
yeah.
And I know that they're saying that it shows like the emotional maturity and journey of love in their eyes, how it transitions from this into that one later. It's supposed to help show all of their growth and how they learn things, which when it comes down to it in real life, when it comes to romance and crushes and all of that, there are a lot of missteps and a lot of mistakes that could upset a lot of people, but you learn as you go.
Yep, just gotta learn and grow.
Yeah, it's an experience thing. And then I think that it just hit them a little bit harder because obviously it's way more in the public eye when these misconceptions are in a music video
Oh yeah.
instead of just happening off camera in your life. Well, guys, let us know down in the comments how much you like this music video, if you had any issues with anything in here, or what your opinion
Yeah,
is,
just
really.
let us know how you felt about it.
But thank you guys for watching this with us. And remember, we love you.
Stay safe, and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye, guys.
Bye.